I just want it for a joke, and I'm willing to pay like at least $50 for it, just to have for my collection. I regret not picking up that old Hasbro convention box to get Grimlock.
I know.
Grimlock now is like $130 on his own. I'm eventually, if I ever have a bunch of spare cash, I'm totally gonna pick him up. But I don't have a bunch of spare cash to pick him up for the most part.
Flip. Hashtag.
Right, I'm gonna run to the bath for a second.
Okay. VHS. Ba 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 ba. All right, I gotta be right back. My food is done. Be back in 1 second, guys. And then we'll get on with the movie.
Boop, boop, I'm back. No idea who you are. Oh. Oh.
Okay. All right, sending the tweet now. Okay. Are you there, Alex?
I'm here.
Okay. You sound disappointed in yourself.
Well, it's
surviving.
Just... Oh, no. I'm looking up random things. I'm going down a rabbit hole of wiki links.
Oh, yeah?
So it went from looking at the resolution directors, the description, and I saw it's like praised by Guillermo del Toro and this random other guy. And I'm like, who's this random other guy? He's a random other guy. I'm like, okay.
Who's random other guy?
It was Richard Linklater.
Oh, Richard Linklater, dude, he's a huge mammoth director of like indie films, and
Oh,
and
that's
that kind of
good.
stuff. I mean, he's also done a big Hollywood films too. He did the Ocean's 11 and 13, I think. He's
I
producer on
did
that
not
series.
see that on his
No, that's
list.
Richard Soderbergh. That's David Soderbergh. Richard
School of
Linklater's just been
Rock.
indie. Yeah, he's done School of Rock. That was one of his really big ones.
I mean, some of the other ones, I don't, just not my wheelhouse. I'll just,
Dude,
state it
you would
outright.
love
So,
Slacker, honestly.
yeah.
Have you seen Slacker?
That's an oldie. 190.
Yeah.
No,
So
I have
Slacker is
not.
basically it's a camera and it follows some people, right? And then like they're having
Uh,
a conversation and they're done with the conversation, and then they run into some other people and they'll have a conversation with them, and then the camera
mhm.
follows these new people, and it just kind of does that for the whole movie.
Resolution guy. So Justin Benson's page and it was praised by these guys. And I was like, oh, Del Toro. Like, what Del Toro movies have I missed? And I like click on Del Toro, and I'm like, okay, I need to see Crimson Peak and Shape of Water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just
Both are
like,
really good movies, by the way.
yeah, I know. And that's why I'm like, I need to watch those. So I was looking at the thing and I'm like, oh yeah, he did Pacific Rim, but he didn't like do the other one. I was and then I went to Stephen S. DeKnight, who's the
Oh yeah,
director of the Pacific
he did
Rim 2. I'm like,
Daredevil.
what other movies have he done? Nothing. He's like did a bunch of random things here and
He
there.
did Daredevil for Netflix.
One episode, yes.
Well, he's the showrunner. So he ran the whole show and directed the first episode, or maybe not the first, maybe the last episode. I can't remember what.
I
But
need to
yeah,
talk to him about getting rid of all that action stuff and adding more actual dialogue.
what the fuck are you talking about? That was great. Those action scenes were amazing.
No, they are very good, and they are pointless. Okay, so I clicked on that, and then he has a new thing coming out. He's a showrunner for Jupiter's Legacy. I was like, Jupiter's
I've
Legacy?
never heard of that
And
before.
it is a comic book by Mark Millar.
No, Mark Millar writes good stuff.
If you say so.
I mean,
I think he's way overhyped in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alex has strong opinions about specific comic creators.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, okay.
You ready to start this movie?
Yeah, sure. Let me.
That's why the
do I have
people
it
are here.
set? Yeah.
We got
No, they want to
sidetracked
hear
with
my.
comic babble.
They want to hear my
We're
my
queued up at the beginning of
opinions
this
on
movie,
things.
guys. It's an hour and 7 minutes. Is as good as the next short movie.
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right, guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Excellent.
Don't get me wrong, I love
Music?
Wanted. Wanted is amazing.
You hearing music? Are you hearing music?
I'm hearing music.
Okay. Anyway, I believe. No subtitles. Yeah, Wanted. The movie was nothing like the comic.
Oh no, the
The
movie's nothing
comic's
like the
really
comic.
good, and the movie's
The
really
comic
fun
is
too.
amazing, and then
The movie's really
I don't
fun
know.
for other reasons.
I'll just say it outright that just a bunch of his more modern stuff is just not really resonated very well with me for his comic stuff. So that's why, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's amazing." I'm like, "Oh, you say so." Like
I get it.
even though like Kick Ass is another example of that. I'm just like, it's just kind of violence for violence sake at a certain thing. It's not as bad as like some. Oh God, what's that fucking company?
Avatar Press?
No, it might be, but it's the company that does the Cross.
That's Avatar Press,
series.
or yeah, I think there's nothing else now. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Cross is fucked up. If you really
Yeah.
really want to see something fucked up, read the Cross. That'll
No,
ruin your
no,
fucking
no, no,
weekend.
no, 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 no.
No what?
No. I'm telling your audience, no.
Don't read it.
No, don't read this.
I mean, they also release
Don't
also
give
the
them-
good stuff too. It's not just
a lot of their stuff is
it's weird. It's all creator-owned stuff. So it's whatever the creator wants to make. You know.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately that sub brand for them has basically just a lot of gore porn.
Hey man, if it sells and that's what the artists want to make, whatever, dude. It's not my cup of tea, but go for it. You know.
I had they don't get it from us anymore. But I had a few subscribers of the shop that had crossed, and I'm just like, you make me question you as a person.
Oh, you can't judge people like that. Come on now. All the dumb shit we watch. What was the thought? I lost my thought.
Did it ever make you read Planetary
Oh,
when you were around?
yeah, I read all Planetary. I own Planetary. It's good stuff.
So yeah, Planetary is amazing. So, but the one thing I had to say, based on your description of Project Nightmare, do you remember the Half-Life late in that one, the Isotope Lady issue, when they find the like the in the desert, find like a facility that people are
Yes.
experimented on,
Yeah.
and she was basically like Isotope 2059, so she only had like
Turn the volume up. Oh my god.
yeah, me too.
Oh, eyeball.
Yeah, that's why when you read me the description of Project Nightmare, I'm like, oh, this reminds me of that kind of thing.
I wonder if they're both inspired by the same thing.
Maybe. But admittedly, Project Nightmare went nowhere in that direction, but it was just the description itself triggered those.
Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? Something
Comics
about...
crossed.
Oh, have you read The Boys before?
Yet again,
Did you watch the adaptation? I didn't see it.
I have not seen the annotation. The annotation is supposed to be very good, and from what I've been able to gather from people, they toned down certain elements that I didn't like.
I've read The Boys. So... I really liked The Boys. It had a sick sense of humor, but it was supposed to be... It's all parody. It's all... You can't take any of that fucking thing that's serious. It's all really dark, fucked up humor in that.
It book. Is, and like I said, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
and, you know.
Judge me if you must, but it was.
I will judge you. Judge, judging you.
Well, I'm a really big fan of that comic. I read the whole thing. I'm really afraid when I finally do watch the show, it's gonna be nothing but a shadow of it. And I can't see that working. I just can't see it working. Nobody wants to film such a grotesquely unwatchable thing.
I know.
It's supposed to be unwatchable. That's the point. Yeah. It's a horror show.
The one I want to see, even though I didn't really get into it, was Umbrella Academy.
I haven't seen anything about it. I've never read the comic, never seen the show.
People are praising the show, so I'm like, okay, I'll try it once I get around to it.
I'm really bummed my mouse guard's dead, movie-wise.
I didn't know they were trying to get a movie up.
They were going to do an animated movie, and it's
cool.
Gone now.
I don't know if it's still in the works, but I saw a whole post about Usagi Yojimbo potentially getting an animated series, which I'm super psyched for.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, Stan has a giant poster of himself. I want
Stan to be the showrunner on something.
Oh, I really hope he does. Well, you know Stan. He if he doesn't have at least some hand in it, he doesn't care.
Yep. I just don't want him to just take the money and run. I want him to actually care about it and do an actual...
I really doubt that's gonna happen. And I mean,
I need a loving adaptation of Usagi Yojimbo, damn it.
Yeah. To me, what I would really love is not retellings of classics. I really want just whole new source material.
Nope. I want.
You want retellings or animate adaptions of the classic stories?
Yeah, and I want original. There's no reason I can't have both. If it's a series, there's no reason I can't do both.
Oh my god! Sorry, the movie just
at the end of the show, every episode, at the end of every storyline. You just have Usagi Yojimbo walking down the fucking road, and you can literally have an infinite number of episodes.
Oh, no, yeah.
So, I mean, that's... So, yes, I would love them to adapt all the stories and do some original stuff. I think it'd be really cool to do a mix, right? Do, start out with, his origin, right? Or as much as we know about his origin, the first introduction to him, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, for the most part, we know pretty much most of his story, except a bunch of his childhood is the only thing that's kind of a mystery when he's...
Yeah, we probably don't need to do that. That could be flashbacks, but
But you can, I mean, in general, even the battle that killed his liege lord basically isn't is only done in flashbacks.
I
for
mean, you
the
could
most
do a
part.
whole season of Usagi Yojimbo that is literally a retelling of Lone Wolf and Cub, where he's escorting a child from point A to point B while assassins are trying to kill the child.
Well, unfortunately, there is already a Lone Wolf and Cub character.
I know, but I'm saying they can just use the storyline for the show.
Lone Goat and Kid.
I know. Lone Coding Kid. God. Forgot about the name. I remember the character appearance. Whoa, look at the monster!
Interesting.
Shot in 8mm, don't forget. Maybe 16, might be 16mm, but I think it was 8.
Like a guy on weird, like advanced stilt. Interesting.
Log again. Add to a list. I watched this in 2017.
So 2 years ago.
Yep. And now.
Oh, claw, juicy claw.
I really genuinely enjoy this silly movie.
No, it's goddamn it, because yet again I burped and I tried to turn away from my mic, and my mic is attached to my head.
Yes, you're fine. Oh, I should probably move my thing to the foreground so I can see it. Alright, I'll be right back. I take my trash in. Because they're ignorant. That's what he said. Okay. And you've never seen Motel Hell, huh?
I don't think so.
Or Eaten Alive?
Probably not.
Oh, well, there's another double bill. They're not like particularly alike. They're just very both Texas Chainsaw-y. Eaten Alive's by Tobe Hooper, the same director as Texas Chainsaw. Well, I liked them a lot. And I just watched them this year, so I'll wait until late next year or something. Oh my god. Look at that guy. Look at him! Look at him!
What the fuck is going on with him?
I don't know, but look at him! My favorite
He just
character.
like totally freezes up.
My favorite character. He's just like, ah! Big bug eyes because of the way the glasses sit on his face.
Yeah.
Actually, take it back. His eyes look like a little pin, but like shrinking his eyes. It's the wrong. I bet you he doesn't not normally wear glasses, and the glasses are actually make his eyes like tiny
Yeah.
on his head, which is why he looks weird.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Is this going to be the marathon of no subtitles?
I guess so. Yeah, cause let's see here. Star Channel subtitles? Nope. Oh, no subtitles. There's gonna be a lot of those. For a long time, King Lober wasn't doing subtitles, and I literally raked him across the coals on social media every time I popped a Kino Lober disc in without subtitles. Now most subtitles with subtitles. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm not saying I was directly responsible, but I certainly helped.
You were one of the straws.
There's people screaming into the void to be listened to. It's not right. You're alienating deaf people, you fuck. And I've lived with a deaf person for a while. Remember when Chris lived on my couch for like 6 months? That was weird. Maybe it was like 3 months. Like, I can't wait until these like auto-generated subtitles work well. It'll be a whole new world for like streamers and deaf and having deaf patrons and stuff. Because they'll accurate and clear subtitles for what they're saying most of the time. She's making a mockery of someone's death. Yeah, it's hilarious.
It was just cow.
I actually think Star Slammer's our longest movie of the day. That'll be fun. I've never seen Star Slammer. The last movie was kind of a meh movie.
Oh, Project Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that was the we had to get it off the queue and stuff, and you had it on thing. And
So many movies that I haven't seen, so yeah, gotta get through them. We're doing rewatches stuff I have seen just because you haven't seen some of this wild shit. Like here are 3 Evil Dead sequels you've never seen before. Like, Beyond Darkness, Ghost House, and Witchery.
Oh, that is a.
So, one of these days we're watching 4 Evil Dead knockoffs, basically. Or 4 Evil Dead knock. And it's funny, is one of them marketed as Evil Dead, but it's more. That's a really bad reprojection. Good animation of the cow, bad rear projection.
Yeah.
Look at that cow. It's really well animated. I mean, for how low budget this is, you know.
Yeah, it's a nice claymation.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Was it 8mm or 16mm? I gotta look. It's driving me mad.
Now. Oh, thank you,
16mm, right? It was shot in 16mm and then edited on video. So there's only a video master surviving, I guess.
I'm like, if that professor was just like, let's try and find this thing, I'd be like, you are the worst human ever.
Can you imagine how good and crisp and clear a 16mm film would look on this? A Blu-ray transfer in high def?
Yeah.
You'd just be able to see all the details, all of it. Because you're losing details in like every shot, you know? There's only so high the resolution can go.
I give this movie props for like literally just going into like the ridiculousness.
Micro-budgeted Play-Doh cow.
Yeah.
That's what someone described it as. Wow, there are a lot of 4-star reviews on this movie. There are a lot of people who love this movie like me. My one friend rated it 2 stars. Please,
oh my god! Okay, so the professor guy and the thing. Think of from the work, my work specifically, older Jamie.
Oh god. Jesus. That's never gonna go out of my head now.
Yeah. He's like the same head shape and facial structure. And even sounds like him to an extent too.
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of weird. I'm weirded out right now.
uh, uh, it's like you had to like call Jamie and be like, "Hey, Jamie, did one of your brothers do a really bad movie in the like, or your father do a really bad movie in the
1987,
'87?"
when you were like 5 or something.
Yeah.
He's kind of young, if I remember correctly. Have you seen The Gate? Could summon demons from a hole in the backyard
Yes, I've seen
with a
that one.
backwards playing record? Okay,
Yes.
good shit. I know I've shown you the Waxwork films. Those were fun. We watched those a long time ago. Is this dialogue only in your left ear for you?
It's really low on the left. It's a little quite low on the right.
Okay, just want to make sure it wasn't just me. Once
It's
again,
just really low. It's just really low on the right.
my speakers are kind of dying, so I just wanted to make sure. How's everyone doing? Hope you're enjoying the movie and the random commentary from us. Yeah, somehow this exposition makes the movie feel longer than an hour.
Yeah, right. Especially since we're reestablishing things we already knew.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the same thing he spoke out loud at the car. You found a cow corpse that was inside out that was still alive and screaming.
Screaming
You
and
were
kicking.
attacked by an alien spacecraft not 2 minutes ago. Why are you still here?
Shout at the devil.
This with a small caliber. Okay, that's actually a pretty normal caliber pistol.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, we've established this. Ain't it a third time? Third time?
When my Blu-rays got pushed back a month, so I'm able to finally buy Satanis, so we can finally do that for the Devil's Reign and the four Satan films. So there's that, and then I still need to get the movie Foes, which is an alien abduction film. Oh, it's $17. That's cheaper.
Dun dun dun. Yet again, you saw a living inside out corpse, people. None of this should be surprising.
I know, right? Hey, they're bringing the Boondocks back, I heard. Like, really? They were. They are.
Oh, that's good.
Meh. Never my show, but, yeah. I'm sure there'll be plenty of happy people. Oh, yeah, Parasite in 3D. Oh, yeah, I got that 5-movie set I just got. And then, oh, my God, I have so many movies. I got The Prey. We got to, oh, my God. Oh, I got to get Alice, Sweet Alice. They'll have to get us up here. Okay. Ominous deer. I've never seen an ominous deer before. Sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, yet again, with this, when you start with living inside out an animal corpse, you know, and you don't take that as a hint.
Bump, bump. Oh yeah, when's our next marathon? I forgot we have to
Okay.
add the
I have a
schedule.
bunch of shit coming up on my Monday, so let me see. We have to be either the 2nd or the 16th, I believe.
Second or the
Or the
16th?
16th, or anything time 16th, 23rd, 30th.
16th. The 16th will work just fine for me.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. The next one's on December 16th, where we will watch 4 movies of some sort. We haven't actually decided. Santos Muscles is one of them. And what was the one you chose?
I want to try and get a 13th floor for us.
Oh right, that's what I
Because
wanted to look up. Thanks for reminding me.
yeah.
There's a DVD triple feature. It's $30 with Solo and Screamers. Oh, there's a Blu-ray. Hold on. There's a Blu-ray. $50 though. It's out of print.
Oof.
But it looks like there's a $15 DVD here. Yes, you can get the special edition for $15 on Amazon. That is way too expensive for a DVD.
$15, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I paid that for this movie, but this was a different case. That's a Hollywood film. There's no reason that should be $15. Oh, it looks like I can get pre-owned ones now. Where's the new one? New one. Come on. I'll get used Blu-ray, but not used DVD. Nope, it's cheapest on Amazon for that DVD. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dude, that's it. The DVD on Amazon. Space science.
Yep.
Astronomy, you mean? Astronomy, do 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 do. Not to be confused with astrology, which is hoodoo, or just for fun, I guess. That's your thing. Yeah, some people have fun with that.
I might have to. I think I have a DVD copy of 13th Floor. I might have to It's my garage though.
Do you really?
Oh, I
Floating
love
around
the
somewhere?
movie. It's one of my
Oh
favorites.
man, it's a good movie. I remember enjoying. I haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, it's due for a re-release any day now. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fairly relevant.
Oh, what was the other one? That's like the one, like, I don't know. So some of the things that I'd be like, oh, this is just like, I don't know. It's just some respects just way too pedestrian for like this that
Like what?
are watching. Well, fuck, what was the name of that? It was the really interesting time travel movie with the guys in the box.
Huh? Upstream
Oh,
color? No.
no. It is
Not Primer, right?
no. Primer.
We
That's
saw
it.
we watched Primer together.
Oh, did we? Did I
Yeah,
make you watch that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Upstream
Nice.
colors by the same guys. It's really good. You should see it, dude. Have you seen Upstream Color?
No, I have not.
Very good. Worth your time. I would say it's less intricate than Primer, but still very good. Still got
Wow,
a
we
nice.
did it like 2013
Yeah.
go.
I think he's got another film too. I don't think I've seen that one yet. But I mean, I've got mainstream stuff. Like I have Crawl, the new alligator movie. I haven't seen that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got that over here. You know, I'm down for like
Huh.
more regular stuff. So I'm having fun with my friend Alex over here.
Yeah.
Forcing to watch shit through my collection so I can get through it. But you
We
know,
might have to have like the Alex curated slot, one movie.
one or two
It's
movies
like
every now and then.
one movie. It's like I really want to watch this again,
Yeah.
or watch like.
Sure. Primer, I can't get to the DVDs. $144 or some shit.
Is it? Oh my
Yeah.
god! I stole my copy from Blockbuster. Okay, I purchased my copy from Blockbuster. I basically
Yeah, you
rented
just
it and
didn't
never
return
returned
it, and they
it.
charged you, and that was it.
They just
Yeah.
charged it. It was like $10 at the time.
Yeah.
Management hated it when we did that.
I bet it was annoying. I do it all the time because I'm not a collector. I'm like, holy crap, this movie's so good. I'm gonna keep it.
I totally missed all of his description of what was going on.
It's
Like
just,
aliens have been attacking forever.
they've been coming down forever since Roswell, basically.
Okay. What is this? I wonder what this guy, the guy that directed and stars in Primer. I wonder what he does like when he isn't making weird ass movies.
Writing weird ass movies to make, probably. I imagine it takes
Potentially.
years to write something like fucking Primer or Upstream Color, something so intricate.
I mean, he's acted a few things here or there,
Yeah, he's an actor too.
but his list isn't extensive enough, or like,
How long he's been working? I
yeah,
think it's
or
just
no,
because
for to make it like, I just wonder what his daily life, like his normal 9 to 5 job is.
probably doesn't have one. He probably does this. He makes enough money to like live in a very small. Not everyone lives extravagantly, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
if he lives in like an apartment, like a 2-bedroom apartment, he can live for years on just Primer's like home video sales, probably. You know, and the Upstream Color was really a success. So, like in comparison to Primer,
9 years difference between those two.
yeah.
So it's the equivalent of new movie comes out when he needs money.
Yep.
It's like, I need money, make a new movie.
That's when the fire under his ass gets lit and he finishes it up and gets it funded so he can pay his bills. It's how some artists work, you know? He's probably just lives a pretty frugal life, I imagine.
Yeah.
And he might do a lot of like writing of scripts for the studios.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like you guys understand, like you see Avengers, right? You'll see 6 names on there, but there were like 8 people before that didn't get any credit that have also tried to write it. So or more sometimes. And so he could be doing that kind of work, and that's how he keeps. That's his 9 to 5 basically. He's writing all the time.
Oh my god! So he had confabbed with the movie Looper to do some time travel sequences, but apparently they were deemed too expensive to shoot.
Oh,
I'm just like, oh, I'd love to see that.
that would've been cool. Looper was good too. I liked Looper. Looper was really good. You've seen Looper, right?
No,
Oh,
I know, right?
you love time travel movies.
I do love time travel movies, and they aggravate me to no end.
Why?
Oh,
There's
because a
no
lot
real
of
laws
times
of
they.
time travel because there's no real thing to time travel because nothing time travel
Well,
doesn't
no, the
exist
problem
yet.
is when they themselves break their own rules.
Ah, that's true.
They establish something, and then they do something that basically breaks their pre-established reasoning.
Yep. Looper's by the guy who did Brick. Have you seen Brick?
Yes, I think
So it takes
so.
place. It's a murder mystery in a high school campus.
Yes, I love that
And
one.
he also did Last Jedi, of course, that everyone hated.
Yeah.
Oh, Knives Out, the new movie that came out. Everyone's talking good about that one. Oh, he did Brothers Bloom, which I haven't seen yet. Yeah, Ryan Johnson's done a lot of decent flicks. Loser. I don't know why he's joking. I just think it's funny.
Have you watched any of the YouTube channel Crypt TV yet?
Nope. Not a fan.
But you know of it, though.
Yep, I'm aware of them.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with them. Just not a fan of the content.
Okay.
Like, it's funny because everything on that channel should appeal to me. But
Yeah, that's why I'm mildly confused.
There's just a disconnect between the people,
Hmm.
the videos, and my entertainment. I don't know. Yeah, choke
It's a
his
great-
stomach. Choke
I
the
really
cock,
like
choke
this
the
set,
cock.
and it's really good with all like the shaking and everything.
Do you see how cardboard thin some of those sets, those
Oh no,
cabinets
it's
are there?
bad, but it's nice that
hilarious.
they went out of their way to like you
Oh, I
know.
know. Yep, I'm guessing those were fake glasses. That's why his eyes looked like tiny little pins when he's wearing
Yeah.
them. I like that. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. This is why I
What the
love this.
fuck? What is going on?
It's
Is he being drained?
Yeah.
Converted?
yeah, he's just I love this
It's like
one.
they didn't
So-
deflate it enough almost.
Oh, he just got turned to dust, I guess. A liquid. He got liquefied. It liquefied him.
And a hand.
Yep. Now listen to me. Follow me. What? That's a weird follow-up to listen to me.
Jamie Professor, you're like the worst leader ever.
Jamie Professor.
Oh
A
my
friend just got
god.
liquefied. I'm gonna go do something by myself. Let me just use the stale water that's been in here for a while. Ew.
Have you
Ew.
been watching the? I know, right?
Ew.
Well, admittedly, there's the hobo man has been living here for
Yeah,
years,
exactly why I don't
apparently.
want to just use stagnant water. Hobo Man lives
Uh,
here. Anyway, I've been watching what?
Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I have season 1, but I haven't finished any of it. I need to get the whole series.
So I've seen several like screenshots of like I think the latest season, and I'm like, did they steal one of my ideas yet again? Which I stole from like the universe itself already, which was the serial killer mascot character.
I have no idea.
You
But
remember I asked you it's like about horror movies with serial killer mascot
yeah,
characters
there
like a
is
few
one
months ago.
called Killer or Furry Nights or whatever. We've talked
Da,
about that.
da,
But like,
da.
yeah, I don't think there's any in the way you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that's like that in Evil Dead. I think that's
It,
just somebody in a
like
mascot costume fighting someone.
yeah.
I haven't gotten that far. I'm not even done with the first season. But I really liked what I've seen. Like, it's really good.
I really like the first episode, and then the second episode is a little mediocre for me.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn was also a good series. Rewrites the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it
Really?
rewrites the whole. It retells the movie, and then like rewrites parts of it, so they can
Huh.
continue on the series. And it
Interesting.
does a very good job. Hey, Fluxy, how's it going? As you can see, we're about 38 minutes into Mutilations, which is more than half, mercifully. Wow,
I
I
don't know.
like. I love.
We've got
I
the set and the things and the ambience is really good so
like.
far.
I love the
Of
creature
this part,
designs.
this
I love the effort that went into making everything, but it's
no, it's
bad in some places.
yeah, it's very bad in some places, like, but it's just like, oh, there's a bunch of effort right here, and like some of it might be just this, like this is a you said it was low film quality, right?
60
Or
millimeter film, yeah.
yeah, so some of it's just because of the quality of the film.
Why is it speaking Klingon?
Or they're allergic to wood.
They're not Alan Scott. Which, by the way, was a dumb weakness, and everyone agrees. That's a dumb weakness.
Well, it's from bygone
You
era.
know what's even worse? The color yellow. He can be
I
defeated
know,
by a
right?
fucking baseball bat painted yellow.
I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's why at least the more modern interpretations with Parallax and the fear and the Yellow Lanterns at least like kind of makes sense ish. It's only people that have truly overcome fear can be able to
I
can
love Hal
affect
Jordan.
yellow.
He's my favorite Green Lantern.
Oh, he is. He's the best.
The original Hal Jordan. Not the resurrected one. It's a completely different character. There's nothing wrong with that character, but like, he's a completely different person at that point.
See, I've really enjoyed the John's run of Green
it's good.
Lantern.
I'm just saying, it's for me. That's a different character. It's just
Yeah,
two different
no,
characters.
makes sense. I mean,
I want to
more
run
than
the
likely.
John's run too because it's good stuff. The War of Light and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what this, for the most part, is on my shelf. Is John's
Wow.
run. I'm only missing a couple.
Really expensive ones.
No, just I've done it after the fact, so it's more of just out of print ones.
Just lazy. Haven't gone around to getting it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like $30-$40 worth of content.
I really want them to do re-release in a better format. So the trades, the way they're laid out, is not very sensical immediately by
Well, it gets even worse when you get to a bunch of the crossover
Yep,
events and you
I
have to
know.
like read through certain things. I actually missed the old back in the 80s and 90s. They
Woo!
just lay. Oh, that's nice. Oh. I love the slowdown of her voice screaming. I can see the hand going through the back burr now in
I know.
some shots.
Yep. Oh no! It cut its arm off.
Yeah. Oh, in the old days, they would just label everything as part one, part two, part three, and nowadays they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
The
It's just
worst thing is
annoying.
nowadays they do like the core series. Like nowadays they do the core miniseries, and then they'll do a bunch of sub miniseries that are
Tied
like
in, but you have to read the one
tied in.
miniseries first.
Yeah.
Like Civil War was like that. Secret War and Civil War and
Yeah.
all those. Fear itself. That's the one I thought was underrated. I really like that. The 8 Thor's evil hammers of Thor.
Oh, yes. I never. Yeah.
It's really good. Check it out.
Yeah.
Worth your time. Definitely try it before you buy it. So like use their
Yeah.
internet service, whatever it's called, DC
Yeah. Yeah.
Universe
Yeah.
or whatever.
The one thing I've been collecting, I'm gonna walk away for the screen for half a second, unless I don't have it on my shelf. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away for half a second.
Okay. Ooh, more monster legs.
I'm back.
Welcome
So the
back.
one thing I've been collecting, and specifically this format, because it's one, it's cheaper, and two, it's done chronologically, is the IDW Turtle Run.
Yes, I need to get those.
It's the hardbound collections. They're cheaper than buying the individual volumes, and they order it chronologically too, so it's correctly ordered through
And
the
I just need
through
them
the
to do a
story.
trade paperback of the Image series. They're reprinting it in their line, but they haven't gotten a collected edition yet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as a company, IDW and Boom, I absolutely hate some of their practices for trade paperbacks right now.
What do you mean?
They're overcost for the most part for like what you get in them. Like a lot of the times, it's actually cheaper to buy the issues. Because like an issue, yeah.
They probably want people to buy the single issues.
Yeah, but the trade paperbacks are done later, and most of the time you can't do. It's just.
Oh, I'm
it's
aware.
Basically, yeah. So in like so like it comes down to, and like when they sold them as issues, they were like about $4, but when they trade paperback them, they're about $5 an issue, and you're just going, what? So that's why I did the math, and the IDW collectors hardbound for the Turtles was actually like cheaper, and it's the nice hardbounds of it. I'm just like, yeah, gonna do that.
The Image Turtle Run
takes a.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on. But that's basically it. It just it takes a little more time for it to hit the collected hardbound, but it works out like way better, and it's like the nicer like big format printing too, and cheaper. Did I say cheaper enough times?
No.
Cheaper.
All right, there you go. I lost my thought. That's cool.
The Eastman and Laird Image versions.
Oh right, it wasn't Eastman and Laird though. That's the reason why it's been struck from continuity, which is why I probably won't get a collected edition, even though it's been reprinted in color. I don't think it's gonna get a reprint because I don't think they're ever gonna finish it. It's only 25 issues, but
which one?
It's from Image Comics. It's the only one. It's 1 through 25, 26, something like that. I got 1 through I've got missing like 6 issues total. I have almost every single issue, and the issues I'm missing are all, I don't know, $50 or more, because the print run on that whole series is very low. So every single issue of that series is like $6 or more. It's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you know. So I was just give me a trade paperback so I can just show it my. It'll be like half the size as the 25 issues. If you give me a 2-volume trade paperback or 1-volume hardbound, I'd buy an omnibus for that. You know, it's less than it's like 1,000 pages probably. No, it's probably not.
From 97 or 96?
Yeah, it's in the 90s.
Okay.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, something like that. I picked them up as they came out. Like, it was a thing. And it was awesome. And it ends on a cliffhanger, and then a few years later, some writers commissioned one of the artists, whoever the artist was, I can't remember, to do the last issue for them. And so there's an actual fan-made conclusion, which actually is going to be included in the IDW reprinting, since it gives a finite series end to the Turtles. But in that one, Raphael gets scarred in his face, and he's a very self-conscious about it, and so he wears the Casey Jones mask all the time, and ends up becoming the head of the Foot Clan. And then what else happened? The Donatello nearly dies, gets blown up, and becomes half cyborg. It's pretty weird. It's good stuff though. It's speaking Klingon again.
Oh, probably was one of those we need a believable fictional language. It costs us a bunch of money to figure it out ourselves, or we can just make our own, or just totally steal Klingonese,
or just say some random thing that sounds like something.
Yeah.
Oh. Severed leg. Just a random severed leg, you know. I don't know who it was, but it's just funny. She's like, here's a severed leg. Oh, it's a little overlit.
Yeah, right. Okay, so it's the Urban Legends is the reprint line.
Yeah, right? That's what it's called, I think.
Yeah. TMNT Urban Legends.
And each issue collects 2 issues, I think, something like that.
And I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't think that 2 issues. Well, they're doing a trade for it, so.
Eventually. Someday.
Oh, there's one out. No, dude, there's one out right now for Volume 1. So, reprinting.
It's called Ninja Turtles Urban Legends.
Trade paperback, Volume 1. Mike should be able to get it for you.
Right now, hey.
Yeah. Do you want the diamond number?
1 second to get TMNT.
Sorry, I got way distracted, and here I'm missing stop motion goodness on the screen.
I know, right? What's the diamond number?
APR.
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 Okay.
190658. It came out in August of this year. It collects 1 through 13. Pretty good price too. Wow, that model they're using is really nice.
I really like the monsters. It's like one of the things
it's really good design work, and I mean,
one of the things why I loved about it, you know.
Stop motion goodness, but you could have shot it a tad bit better maybe, but the detail is nice.
Do you remember when we watched Equinox way back when?
You have to remind me, which one was that?
These guys go into this this wilderness, and it's like this weird Bermuda Triangle type zone. There's this flying stop motion monster, and there's a house that keeps disappearing and reappearing.
No.
No, well, I guess we'll have to watch that.
See, wood, his only weakness.
I've seen the one cut 3 times now. I have not seen the other cut, so maybe I'll make you watch the other cut with me. Oh shit! Wood and fire, apparently. Just obliterated him.
Apparently, I guess it was a backlash from the gun.
To metal and the light, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird. Run away! Run away!
Yes, saunter very slowly.
I know, right? It's not urgent or anything. Nobody run with any urgency.
Not urgent in the slightest.
Don't look at the fact that it's an action figure. I actually would love to get an action figure of this monster. I'll have to show you Evils of the Night at some point, too. It's Marty Rustam's Alien Comes and People Wander in the Woods and Find It movie. Because there's lots of fucking and weird characters that are entirely charming for some reason. Lots of tits and fucking, and then people had like it's all character actors, so it's a little higher quality than this. A little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Only a little. Tiny bit.
Oh wow! The image series has like they did. I think you said there was one issue. Apparently there's 3 issues to finish it out. Because it says of 26, and the original run only ran for 23.
You're right. Okay.
So.
I was off by a number, but yeah, I have issue 22, and issue 23 is like $100-something, I think. Last I checked.
Home shit, yeah. Like, is this all graded shit?
No, not even graded. It's like $100 not graded, dude. No joke.
Yeah, very fine for 90.
I will take
it's
a
like
beat the shit version because I just want to finish the damn story. And I'm missing, I think, issue 16, which is like $50 or something like that.
I need to track down my collection of it, but I'm really close to having a full Akira colored edition run.
A what?
Akira.
Oh, Kira, nice.
Yeah, Ralph came across like the last 5 issues of the entire thing, and he gave me a great deal on them. I was just like, "Fuck!"
That's awesome.
I might own a few of these as extras, but I'm like, "Fuck!" It's like he gave me a great deal for basically the last 2 issues was like a great deal just for the last 2 issues, and I got like an additional 5 on top of that.
So many issues. I'm like, oh, I gotta read this issue. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. And it's not been reprinted. Oh, damn. I mean, at least Akira's been reprinted in some really nice editions.
Oh, no. The problem is that this edition is the only color edition of it.
Is it approved, though?
Yes.
Okay.
By him with his hand, with him thing.
But he always re-releases the black and white version, so that's like his preferred version. So for me, I'll just get that set someday.
I have the black and white set. It was just one of those like white whales. It was just like, I'm gonna start collecting this, and if I find the rest of find the bits, I'll be like, it'll be great, and I'll be able to just like sit down and read the entire thing in color.
I've always wanted to read Akira, so.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it goes into so much more than like the thing, and it all like, I mean, it's the same but different.
Did you see that mouse? That mouse was a toy.
That was an adorable mouse.
It was a toy mouse.
Yeah.
I love their homemade cave they made here. It's not remotely realistic, but it's cool.
God, most of the image turtle stuff is just like $30-$40 bucks an issue.
Low print run and all of it. And I was collecting it as it came out for a long time. And then, like I said, I missed a few issues. The last issue, I think issue 15 or 16, one of those middle issues. One issue in the middle. Maybe in 17.
There's some weird crossovers with characters. It's like a Savage Dragon issue and a Batman, the Dark Knight
And
Batman.
that's why that stuff is the reason why I thought it would never get reprinted. Honestly,
Yeah. I don't know if those particular issues are reprinted. It says as such, so I'm imagining it should.
yeah, it does. It reprinted, I'm sure. If it doesn't, then oh well. I had those issues at least.
Yeah.
I just take those issues and shove it in the middle of the comic trade. I keep comics to read. I don't give a shit about the condition. Honestly, I would probably tear all the. I would despine them like an asshole.
Oh
Even
my
though they're worth
god, that
value.
hurts me on
And then I would
such a
take only the
fundamental
story
level.
pages and staple them together and shove them in the middle of it. I don't give a fuck, bitch. That's what I say about that. Drink all your goddamn tears when I tear apart comics. I used to cut out comics all the time for me collages and shit. Granted, most of those comics are completely worthless now, so it's not really a big deal, but...
I care for you.
It only took 20 years for things like the 90s comics to actually be worth something more than $1. You know.
Yeah, well.
Now you can find some of them are actually worth up to $30 for some of those like special covers.
Key issues, first
special
appearance.
Covers.
Yeah,
All those
special.
All those covers that everyone's like, oh, they're not gonna be worth anything. Well, I mean, they're worth more than they paid for. It just took 30 years. It's very slow appreciation of money.
Very slow.
Yes.
Every once in a while, I have a person.
Not a fast investment.
Every once in a while, I have a person come in the shop. Is like, how do I make money for comics? It's just like on new issues specifically, and I'm like, well, there's not really a way.
There's between 600 and 900 new issues released every month. Good luck trying to carry all of them.
So, like, you're gonna have to basically pay attention to you're gonna have to do a lot of research every day of your life to basically keep up on to what's happening and whatnot. Because that's just so you don't buy dead issues. Because if you want to buy everything, then you're just gonna lose money overall.
Yep, always.
Because you'll make a lot of money off of that one issue, but you've lost a ton of money on everything else. And because the thing is, you can never tell. Like, who would have known that
Walking Dead
Walking Dead.
There were a million zombie comics when Walking Dead came out, and suddenly it was popular. Why?
Yeah.
Zombie World was good too. Toe tags, zombies with 3 X's. I mean, come on,
Well, some of that is after the fact. Once it got picked up in TV. I mean, it was people loved the original series and whatnot. But it wasn't until the TV series that it basically went ridiculous screwball. Like right now, I'm trying to finish out I'm variant hunting the last few Invincible issues that I'm missing.
Do you have are you trying to collect every single issue, including variants?
I have every single issue as of right now. I'm missing variants.
And you decide just to go after variants reasons.
Oh, it was just I was just I have the rest. Okay, I'll just think.
You have readable trades also, just so you don't have to play.
Yep. Well, I started as trades, so.
Nice. I've been wanting to pick up the Invincible trades. I got
Invincible.
I got 50 issues deep in that series.
You're only a third of the way.
I know. But that's around the time I had to leave.
Yeah.
Leave California and kind of stop reading everything and doing anything.
Yeah. Hunters with shotguns. The true heroes. Oh, come on. Why are you always you're the hero, but always the most racist fuck ever?
I know, right?
Come on.
Why you gotta be racist, huh, Grandpa? Yeah, I come every time. Wait, what?
Oh, but the point of my story is, everything was pretty reasonably priced in Invincible until a year and a bit ago when they announced that they were doing a movie, and all the collectors are like, "Oh, Swarm!" And I'm like, "Okay, it's gonna be never now." Because before they were hard to come by. A couple of those covers were hard to come by. They were expensive then, and now they're impossible.
Or the series never comes and the market crashes on those and they sell them off.
Oh, I hope. The movie looks to be dead in the water, but they're doing an Amazon animated series, so I'm hoping good for that.
Don't be a kid's show though. God damn it.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping for the best.
It needs to have its serious adult tone, damn it. Like it has. A mature tone, I should say.
Yeah, well, hilariously, the problem is for Invincible, it's like that's the thing is it takes a little bit for it to even get into like this isn't your average superhero comic, and then it takes even longer to get to the like, oh my God, this is just like
The
this
whole
is
thing with
like
his dad and like that whole
that.
shit, like that's crazy, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot. Yeah.
You shot Bertha. Take sled. You're the aliens. You're the worst shot ever.
What?
What did he say?
I used yesterday's biscuit for wadding? Wait, it's a shotgun, so I don't know what the hell.
I don't know.
Why is there wadding? Very confused.
Oh, he's using a shotgun. So theoretically, if he basically casts his own shells, there is a bit of wadding between
Oh.
the bullets and the powder
And
in the
biscuits
casing.
in this case.
Yeah. That's only if he casts his own shells, though.
I mean, they're in a rural area. It's possible.
But the problem is, for the most part, I don't think you can reuse shotgun bits because it's usually a plastic powder. I don't know. I think it's just.
Back,
I think it's a bad line. I'm overthinking it.
Probably. You probably reuse them to a certain number of times before the plastic gives way or whatever, you know? Because then eventually you bend plastic over and over again, it breaks. But
Maybe.
so imagine as long as you can repack the shell and reclose it and it doesn't break, you can reuse it. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about packing bullets. I just making an educated guess.
I know very minimal. I know most of my knowledge is based on like copper casings and stuff like that. Stuff that's recastable. But like a shotgun thing is mostly plastic. That's why I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the cap at the bottom is a little bit of metal, so I might have to look this shit up once we're done.
It's gonna nag at you.
A little bit, yeah. You know me. I like to know shit.
I get it. You like to be a menace in role-playing games. I get it.
The flame, the
flamethrower in the Wild West.
Yes.
Oh, that was great. That's really got some kick to it. That guy was amazing.
My God.
The best character in the movie.
Well, hilariously, the hillbillies are the most like deliver their lines the easiest.
There's the movie.
God, a copy of Invincible #1 is up to like my grade would be like $250. I paid $100 for it. Yay!
Way too much money for a comic book.
I was collecting and I had money, so I was just like,
yeah. Do what you want to do.
If
I'm sure if I had
like,
more money, I'd have a different opinion about it, but I don't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I basically had a chance to pick it up because a friend was selling off his collection, and he let me buy it over time. So,
oh, that's cool.
And the biggest ones were just the first 12. Those were the hardest to come by.
I imagine they were the shortest printed. Before it got popular after that first year.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was an interesting watch, and I'd probably rewatch it again just so to enjoy the special effects on that one.
Well, you can buy it for $12, $14 or whatever on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. That's where I got mine.
Admittedly, unfortunately, we didn't get to talking about comics, through
the whole fucking movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens.
Even issue 50 even listed right now? No. The worst thing about trying to track down Invincible issues is that you have to like put a bunch of caveats on to get rid of Iron Man stuff.
Yes.
So I'm just like, no to Iron Man. And apparently, there's a very famous baseball star that had the nickname Invincible
Oh, that's
at one point.
helpful.
So I had to like, there's a bunch of caveats when I'm like, looking for stuff. At least back when. Uh, water break, water break.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still setting up for the next set.
Bathroom in use. Sad face.
No water break for you.
No.
Star Slammer, The Escape. Not related to the comic book. Star Slammers.
Holy shit! I think that's just a misprice. Jesus.
What?
Oh, like one of the variants for issue 100, someone's listing at like $500, and I'm like, I do
Jesus.
not think that is a valid price, there, guy.
Crazy shit.
I like to use a site called mycomicshop.com just because they list a bunch of really good information and images and stuff, and it gives a good like a test to see like what the value or like a rough value is, whatnot. But yeah, I'm missing those ones. I'm missing an issue 50 and I think an issue 55, and I'm missing a few of the covers for 111.
Wow. Not bad.
But unfortunately, all those ones, the 50s are impossible, and the 111s are too expensive. I was in a trade for one of the 111s that I needed, but we had a falling out. Or maybe we didn't fall out, he just disappeared. You reread that soon. Star Slammers was the last one.
Star Slammer, yep.
Yeah, I have to wait till I can use the bathroom before we start.
Same.
Ooh, that's a very large format of that.
I haven't posted about it yet, but I'm setting up the post.